Hey guys, welcome to the Unpopular Sports Network. Today, we're going to be doing one of my final 2025 NFL Draft mock drafts. Now, today we're using this website called Pro Football and Sports Network. They allow us to do trades without having to pay for PFF because PFF tries to rip us off. So, we are just going to hop right into it because it'll probably be a longer video than usual. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you guys like my opinion. So, with the first overall pick, I think the Titans stick and pick. There's no point for them to trade, really. But there's a lot of reports saying that they're going to take Cam Ward. I do agree with that. He's very interesting. I haven't really watched a lot of his things, a lot of his highlights. So I don't really know too much about him. But all I do know is he's definitely better than Shedeur Sanders. So the Titans are going to go with Cam Ward, first overall. Welcome to the Titans. Now, for the Browns. They have Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, and someone else, I forget. So they do kind of need a quarterback, but I doubt they'll take a quarterback because they love Massage Watson. So I think they stick and pick, and a lot of people have him going Abdul Carter. But in my opinion, why the heck would you take Abdul Carter when you just re-signed Myles Garrett? It makes no sense. So, they're going to do what everyone else would do in this situation and take Travis Hunter. Now, as a Patriots fan, I hate this. I want Travis Hunter. I'm a Patriots fan. We're at 4. We could have had the first overall pick and pick him. But, no. Joe Milton wanted to win the game for us. And now we're probably out on Travis Hunter. He would be generational for us. He would open up the offense. He would lock down the defense. Bro, I can just imagine it. Imagine him with our corners. We'll be shut down. They can't do anything. I have Travis Hunter going to the Browns. And now up next we have the Giants. So they're in kind of a very interesting situation. They do need a quarterback. That's very obvious. But they also kind of need an edge rusher. They have Kayvon Thibodeau. But I've heard, he's not doing that great. I don't really watch a lot of Giants games because, we don't like the Giants. But, he hasn't really panned out that well. And they don't really have an offense. But they can definitely get a quarterback later in the draft. So I think they are going to pick Abdul Carter. And he is going to go goodbye. The other pick I used to have him take is Shedeur Sanders. But Abdul Carter is sitting right there. They have a history of getting good pass rushers. So, Abdul Carter, welcome to the Giants, unfortunately. Next, we got my Patriots. I really don't know what I want to do here. Because honestly, I don't know what the Patriots are going to do here. We need everything. We need everything in the book, every single thing. The pick that makes the most sense is probably Will Campbell. We need offensive line. We need a tackle extremely bad. We need to protect Drake May. But you know who else is sitting there at 4? Good old Ashton Jeanty. Now, we have Ramondre Stevenson. I actually have a signed jersey of Ramondre Stevenson's. I paid $100 for it, for his signature on it. So I don't know if I want him to get off the team, but when we think of running backs, you need an offensive lineman to make holes, right? Ashton Jeanty is very slippery. He's very good. But when you think about it, these linemen now have to think twice because these defensive linemen are going to have to think twice because they're going to be like, yo, is Drake May going to throw the ball or is Ashton Jeanty going to run over our faces? So they're not going to have as much power rushing in as they might have when we have Ramondre Stevenson in the backfield. So here at 4, I think the Ashton Jeanty talk is just smoke. I think they're going to take Will Campbell. So there's a lot of reports that the Jags want Ashton Jeanty. I mean, they have Travis Etienne, but, same reason for the Patriots. But, we're going to put a trade here because the Patriots, as much as Ashton Jeanty will help our team, we need more draft picks. And we could get a second round pick here. So the Patriots are going to trade with the Raiders. So I have the Raiders trading with the Patriots the Raiders jump the gun, jump over the Jags, and snag Ashton Jeanty because their offense is absolutely abysmal right now. I mean, they have Geno Smith, but you need that running back. And they have zero running back. They have absolutely nothing in that backfield. It is literally so horrendous. I don't even know how they even functioned last season. But they jump over the Jags, and now the Jags are forced with a decision. What the heck do they do? I think they take Mason Graham. So the Jags take Mason Graham after being very disappointed that Ashton Jeanty's not there. And the Patriots are back on the clock. Will Campbell is still there. Even McMillan is there as a receiver. We need to protect Drake May, and I think Will Campbell might be the pick here. If they trade down, it's definitely Will Campbell. But, man, I would have loved them to take Ashton Jeanty. Look at this talent. These first 5 picks. I mean, Cam Ward is good, but like 2, 3, and 4, man. Like, I would have loved Ashton Jeanty. But this is what I think is going to happen. Will Campbell to the Patriots. Not the sexy pick at all. Is it a fun pick? No. But this allows us to be able to get a better skill position in next year's draft, maybe. You know, getting tackles and offensive linemen is really hard in free agency and trading. It just doesn't work like that. So the Patriots take Will Campbell, and we move on to the Jets, who they also need an offensive tackle, and they need about everything. I mean, their quarterback situation, they have Justin Fields. I'm a Patriots fan, so I don't like the Jets, but I really hope Justin Fields does pan out. I really like that kid. I wanted the Patriots to draft him back in 2021, but we know what happened. So, you know, it just kind of makes sense for the Jets to take Membu right here. They want to protect Justin Fields. Boom. Two of the top offensive tackles off the board go back-to-back, and now we got Carolina. Now, what the heck do they need? Well, they need a plethora of things, but they do need a wide receiver. They have Adam Thielen, they have Xavier Legette, but who else? McMillan could open up that offense. Like, he could help Bryce Young make that leap. I mean, there's just not too much that I like here. So we're going to go with McMillan to the Panthers, and now we have the Saints. Shedeur Sanders might have just fallen right in their lap because they have Derek Carr, but we all know how Derek Carr is. He sucks. Very unfortunate. But so might Shedeur Sanders. But I think that's okay. I think it could be a good fit for them. There's nothing really on the board right now that could help him too much. And Shedeur Sanders makes a lot of sense. You know, maybe he can even sit a year behind Derek Carr. Like, I don't know if you want Derek Carr to be that mentor for Shedeur Sanders, but it very well could be. And they do need a wide receiver. Unfortunately, McMillan got taken before them, so they're kind of stuck. And the next best wide receiver is Matthew Golden, but look at all these good players they could take. I'm going to have him pick Sanders. I don't think Sanders falls too far. I think they get him right there. And now the Bears. I've seen a lot of people have him reach on a running back, specifically Amarian Hampton. But I don't know. I don't know if they're going to reach like that. I know Ben Johnson likes his running backs, as we could see. I'm just not completely sold on that right now. You know, it could make sense. It honestly could make sense because there's not too much right here for them. I mean, Will Johnson is a pretty good corner. It's hard to pick. It's hard to pick right now. They definitely need a running back. Honestly, I do kind of see him reaching because their next pick is not till the second round, like kind of deep in the second round. So they don't need a tight end. They don't really need a linebacker. An edge could help. I mean, offensive tackle, Kelvin Banks Jr., he could be good. You know, he could be good for them to protect Caleb Williams, but they revamped that offensive line. I think they're going to be aggressive, honestly, and they're going to take Hampton. The Bears will draft Amarian Hampton in this draft. I hope I'm right. I've seen a few people mock him to there, but in this particular mock draft, it just doesn't make sense for anything else, really. They need running back. That's really the only thing they're missing. So far, we got Cam Ward going to the Titans, Travis Hunter to the Browns, Abdul Carter to the Giants, the Raiders and Patriots trading with each other so the Raiders can jump over the Jags, grab Ashton Genty, and the Jags are forced to take Mason Graham. The Patriots take Will Campbell and add on an extra 3rd-round pick. Jets take Membu, Panthers take McMillan, Saints take Sanders, and so far the Bears take Hampton. So that's the top 10 right now. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like and let me know if you want a part 2. You know, we can do the next 10. A lot of interesting teams up in the next 10 right here, especially the Cowboys. What are they going to do? Are they going to take a running back? Are they going to take an offensive tackle? Who knows? So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I tried my best on this mock draft. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you don't agree with something, let me know. If you agree with something, let me know. Yeah, just talk in the comments. And yeah, let me know if you want a part 2. So thanks for watching the Unpopular Sports Network, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.